arm of Keith Cream. See what Keith can do here.
And right now, Josh already trying to cut off the arms, and that could be a very effective strategy because Keith Cream has been known as a striker in the past with very stiff kicks, chops, forearms, you name it.
Abercrombie with the arm twist into the full Nelson. Keith Cream goes to the ropes to break the hold.
Cream definitely has a presence of mind, very aware of where he was in the ring. Referee Gabriel Cigarello there to make the break. And now circling up, a bit of a breather for both men. Cream perhaps a little bit too distracted by the crowd.
Cream could also be playing some mind games here, trying to control the pace of the match early on. Abercrombie getting a little frustrated, which could be playing into the favor of Keith Cream. Abercrombie once again with the full Nelson. Cream going straight to the ropes once again.
Now this is where the referee really needs to get in there. He should have been counting as soon as Cream had his feet on the ropes. Well, that's one way to cut the man off.
Abercrombie just let go and Keith Cream right down to the mat, pulled over with the arm drag, and now he locks in the arm bar.
And Keith Cream unable to land those vicious strikes when he is grounded like this, and we're hearing the very feminine screams of Keith Cream as Abercrombie has him down in the corner, sends across.
With block. Keith Cream picks him up, drops him down on his knee and down to the mat with a face plant. Now he locks in a submission on the head and arm right here.
And that was a great series of planning by Keith Cream, driving the face and the chest down into the knee, then driving him face first down to the mat and right into the submission, knocking out his wing not once but on 2 occasions and keeping him on the ground. Abercrombie cannot hit the lung roar or the Phoenix Splash if he does not at least have a vertical base or access to the ropes.
Keith Cream trying to wear down Abercrombie to make sure he can't do moves like that. Josh is coming back right now, whips Keith Cream off the ropes. Look at that.
And a bit of an innovation. Cream actually used Abercrombie's momentum against him and took him not to the opposite side of the ring, but actually the diagonal corner before cutting him off with a back elbow. And Abercrombie definitely tries to keep things a little bit more in the basic in that regard as far as running across the ring. And Cream, very innovative. I can't say I've seen that many times.
Unorthodox offense by Keith Cream is possibly what could lead him to victory once again here in Hybrid Pro Wrestling as he locks in the abdominal stretch on Josh Abercrombie. A little bit of a mind game there. Usually a move like that costs you $1 or $2. At least with argument.
Well, I believe you're overpaying Mike Z, but right now,
Cream kick to the face by Keith Cream.
The impact on that jaw, possibly a dislocation of the jaw. I don't know if that pop was the impact of Cream's foot or possibly the hinge of Abercrombie's jaw. But if that jaw begins to swell, that will hinder Abercrombie's breathing. That will hinder him from a lot of comeback opportunity in this match. And this may be the move we saw him defeat Jeff Brooks with at our last show.
Abercrombie able to escape with the forearms to the back. He's setting himself up. Taliban back attack.
Good night, but Abercrombie still feeling the effects of those winding maneuvers earlier in the match, trying to get the crowd behind him, but I don't know if I would stick with the crowd. I would stick with trying to get a cover on Keith Cream at this time.
Josh Abercrombie catching his breath, getting his power back. Abercrombie going to work on Keith Cream's lower back and drops him with the side suplex.
Cream very quick to get back to his feet, but very quickly back down on his back once again by Abercrombie.
Big back drop by Josh Abercrombie. Whips Keith Cream across the ropes, hard into the buckles. Abercrombie runs in and gets sent to the ring apron. Ducks the elbow. Here we go, sunset flip by Josh Abercrombie. But Keith Cream hooks the leg and the ropes. The referee did not even see it. And Keith Cream victorious.
Great presence of mind by Keith Cream. Noticed the referee was out of position at several points in that match and definitely used that to his advantage to get the victory in this matchup over one Josh Abercrombie. I don't think this is the last we'll see of these two.
I think these two have an issue now. Hybrid Pro Wrestling.
demon that inhabits Bloody Harker Dirge is eternal. And that means I've seen a lot, but I've done even more. And lately, I'm bored. I'm bored with the morals and the laws of your society. There's a few things that still get me off. There's the soft things, the fleshy things, and that warm fluid that bubbles below the surface. But there's one other thing, and that thing is pain. And pain, like any great gift, is better to give than it is to receive. So wrestlers at Hybrid Pro Wrestling, understand this. I'm looking for a challenge. And I invite you to step in the ring with Bloody Harker Dirge and help me get my kicks. I love you, yeah.
Time for our main event here on Hybrid Pro Wrestling. We see the first ever HPW champion, CJ Otis, taking on a man named Jimmy Jacobs.
Not much known about Jimmy Jacobs, a very basic look, but we'll see if he is indeed a very basic competitor. CJ Otis, definitely a powerhouse, has been known to use a variety of power maneuvers such as the Saito suplex, the burning hammer, which he has devastated many opponents across the world with that very maneuver. Also, even using his size advantage, which he has over many people, using top rope back sentons to put opponents away.
CJ Otis, the epitome of Hybrid Pro Wrestling, as he mixes so many styles, and right now he just mixed his shoulder with the midsection of Jimmy Jacobs, going to work on his opponent here in the corner.
Hybrid Pro Wrestling about putting out a different product for a different kind of person, and CJ Otis, a very ideal poster child, being the product of one of the most innovative people in the history of sports entertainment, that being the one known as Sabu.
Yes, CJ Otis trained by Sabu, and he goes to work on Jimmy Jacobs, letting up a little bit for the crowd.
And so far, Jacobs really not able to get much in the way of offense, really being dominated by Otis.
CJ Otis has the size advantage here, and he's using it to his fullest advantage, blocking in the chin lock now on Jimmy Jacobs. And now we see Mark Pennington. We saw him at Phase 1, scouting much of the competition. Even after CJ's victory over Frankie the Face, he came out and talked to CJ Otis. Jimmy Jacobs with a roll-up. Should we see Oh, we almost saw an upset there. Jimmy Jacobs with drop kicks to the midsection. Followed another one on CJ Otis.
I don't know how sound of a strategy that is. CJ Otis with a very prominent pectoral region. Definitely a very padded area on the anatomy of CJ Otis. I don't know how much impact those kicks of Jimmy Jacobs would have.
Crossbody by Jimmy Jacobs, a 2 count. Mark Pennington could have possibly distracted CJ Otis while he's trying to actually help him here. CJ back on the warpath, took down Jimmy Jacobs with that seated drop kick to the knee, now stomping him in the corner, taking the breath out of his opponent.
And Jimmy Jacobs being brought back to a vertical base, and just a solid forearm shot to the skull of Jimmy Jacobs. This young man, I think the only offense we've really seen was that schoolboy roll-up.
CJ Otis, such a heavy striker. He really lays it into his opponents. Now he's got Jimmy Jacobs hooked in the front chancery, setting him up. Looks like a perfect plex coming down. It's a 3 count. CJ Otis, your victor.
Beautiful fisherman suplex, kept the leg hook, got the bridge, and used his weight to keep Jimmy Jacobs' shoulders to the mat. And now, who is this?
Mark Pennington is now talking business with CJ Otis after the victory.
Yeah?
Who knows where this one's going?
Not even swim.